What are the Pacers doing? So today, per Adrian Wojnarowski's, the Pacers have let go head coach Nate McMillan. And I have to ask, why? For a coach that has 183 wins, 136 losses, and a 57% win percentage, why did they feel the need to fire this guy? And people will say, well, he got swept 2 years in a row in the first round. What is the expectations for this Indiana Pacers team? I have to ask, what is the expectation for this team? The best player that was given to Nate was Victor Oladipo and Domantas Sabonis. Those are the two best players that Nate McMillan was given. What are the expectations for the Indiana Pacers? You went up the first year against a clearly more talented team in the Boston Celtics without your best player. And then again this year, you go up against a clearly more talented team in the Miami Heat with Jimmy Butler and Bam Adebayo. Those two players alone are better than the two players on the Indiana Pacers. So this is what I'm saying. Why are the Indiana Pacers firing Nate McMillan and they haven't even given them a player that has true superstar potential? I feel like he did the best, he did the most with what he was given. The Indiana Pacers have to look themselves in the mirror and actually consider the expectations they have for this team moving forward. Because you cannot sit here and just point the finger at Nate McMillan and blame him for everything's wrong when this team honestly just doesn't have much direction. What does this team want to be? Does anybody know? Does anybody know what does the Indiana Pacers want to be? Because if you're going to ask me with the moves that they make, how they move, how they develop talent, we don't know. Are you going to trade some of these bigs? Are you going to trade Victor Oladipo before his contract's up? What are the moves you are making to become a better team, to become closer to a championship in this East? I just don't know how you can fire Nate McMillan, a coach that received Coach of the Year votes, a coach that came in and picked this team up from where Paul George left it decimated and made them a contender. Victor Oladipo isn't Victor Oladipo without Nate McMillan. Domantas Sabonis isn't Domantas Sabonis without Nate McMillan. I feel like he wasn't the perfect coach. Of course, Nate McMillan could have made some adjustments. Of course, Nate McMillan could have did things different with his lineups. But this team wasn't doing much with him. They weren't doing much, and they're worse off without him. This team didn't have much talent. I feel like Nate McMillan did the most he could with this is a very puzzling move. And it's nowhere near similar to the Sixers situation. Not near. That team was underwhelming. That team did not perform with the talent that they have. The Pacers, I don't think anybody was surprised they lost in the first round. I don't think anybody was surprised in the fashion that they lost in the first round. Because they were just going up against a team that was clearly superior. A team that was clearly better. A team with more talent. If you don't have talent in this league, how are you expecting yourself to compete? If I was the Pacers, personally, I'd trade Victor Oladipo. I'd trade him before he leaves. Because this team has no direction. You need a team with direction. This team has no direction. This team looks like a second round, first round exit waiting to happen every single year the way they're going. You have to get a player with superstar potential. And Victor Oladipo doesn't have superstar potential. Domantas Sabonis doesn't have superstar potential. Miles Turner doesn't have superstar potential. TJ Warren doesn't have superstar potential. These players show star potential, yes. They don't have superstar potential. And if you want to ask me what is superstar potential, the stretch that TJ Warren had in the bubble, imagine having that on a game-to-game basis. That's superstar potential. Watch the Boston Celtics. Watch Jason Tatum take over games. That is superstar potential. Watch what Donovan Mitchell and Jamal Murray are doing to each other in the first round of these playoffs. That is superstar potential. The Pacers don't have a player on their roster with superstar potential. And the reason I am this lit about him being fired is I think it's wrong. It's wrong because they don't have the talent to compete. I don't know what are the expectations for this team. I don't know the direction for this team. So how can you just blame the coach for just competing at the level everyone expected you to be at? You had no expectations. What are your expectations for the Indiana Pacers this year, to go to the Eastern Conference Finals? Come on. Knock it off. Knock it off. Nick Nurse couldn't have done anything with this team. Nick Nurse wouldn't have got out of the first round with this team either. That's Coach of the Year. Brad Stevens would have not gotten out of the first round with this team either. The Indiana Pacers have to make moves immediately with their roster. Not their coach, their roster. They need to make moves with their roster because I'm telling you, Victor Oladipo is gone. He's gone. And you need to move him before he leaves you. Move him. Move him. Victor Oladipo is not this superstar player that everyone thinks he can be. He is. Move him. I promise you there are players like Victor Oladipo that come around every year. Every year a player like that pops up. Trust me. Move Victor Oladipo. Get what you can. You have to try and acquire a player with superstar potential. Get high in this draft upcoming. Do what you can, but you have to move Victor Oladipo. Move Miles Turner. Move some of these players. Have a direction and choose what you want to be, because just being a middle of the pack team is hell. It's purgatory. It's a team that's not going anywhere. It's a team that's just a lame duck. That's just being real. That's just being real. As always, like, comment, and subscribe if you like to comment. Peace.